Hi everyone, it's Anne here from Positively Papercraft. Now today I'm back with a video all about foiling. You don't need a laminator or a hot foil machine. Now before we get into that, I want to say that I do have quite a lot of foils. A lot of them are heat activated foils. Now I have been trying something with the heat activated foil, and what I'm not gonna do it because I think it was a lot of hit and miss, but with the heat activated foils what I did was I tried doing it with an iron. So heat activated foil, I used some sticky embossing powder and then I put the foil on, then I put just a piece of copier paper over the top, and a very warm iron. I just sort of ran it backwards and forwards. Now the results weren't too bad. That one here, another one, and I think probably the best one was this one. This turned out quite good, but then some of them were very sort of hit and miss. Like that one there, it's obviously been too hot, the iron, and again there. But you could try it, because if you do have heat activated foils, but maybe you don't have a machine like a foiling machine. As I said, I got the card, excuse me, I'd stamped an image first with sticky embossing powder, foil on, and then some copier paper, and I just ran it over with a warm iron, and it actually wasn't too bad. So you could try that if you wanted to. But today we are going to be just using regular foil, which is not heat activated. I have a couple of rolls of that. This stuff also as well, you can use the DECOFOIL, and a sticky embossing powder and a sticky ink. So I found that you get some really nice results with vellum and also pearlescent card. So I want to show you a couple of things I made. This was the vellum in the middle. Same with this one. This was all foiled with the vellum. It's just so pretty. And I've got some other things to show you as well, but what I'm going to do is I've got a stamp in here. And I'm going to place it shiny side up straight over this, and I'm going to start to rub it. There we go, that's not too bad. Now what you can do as well is, if there's little bits sticking, like extra bits, you can just rub them off. And sort of over bits. Sometimes I'm going to be cutting this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm going to stamp a piece of card with the same stamp, but I'm going to use an ink this time, like a coloured ink. I've got a die here, and what I want to do is sort of cut. I'm going to have some of this over here, like in a different shape. So I might have sort of this bit cut and then this bit cut, so that's just the vellum is peeping through the card. So I'm going to trim this down first. So I've kept the top and the bottom, and that is going to sit over there, and then that will go over here. So we've got the same stamp, but we have the lovely foiled vellum peeping through, and then that just needs to go on a card base. There we go, we've got a couple of ideas with the vellum peeping through, which I think looks really, really nice. Just the same stamp, but stamped on card with coloured ink, then vellum and foiled. So hopefully that will give you a few ideas there. So I want to move on to something else. Okay, so I have another one here. Now, this is again foiled onto the vellum. Beautiful, beautiful stamp this. And it's actually picked because this is the stamp itself. It's a huge stamp. You can see it has all the little sort of lines in it. And it has actually picked up quite a lot of them on the foil. So that was just done on vellum and then wrapped behind on a like a DL or a slimline. I'm not sure. I think it's a DL card. Now also this, I did this onto pearlescent, and it's turned out so well on pearlescent card. So that was just pink pearlescent and gold foil, and I think that's beautiful. And then I'm going to show you something to do with the leftover foil. So we're going to do the same sort of thing. This time I've got a gold pearlescent piece of card here. And I'm going to stamp this special on here. There we go. Isn't that just beautiful? Now, don't throw this away. We are going to do something really cool with this in a bit. But that is basically it for that. Again, if there's any stray bits, you can just rub them out. So, I've got the same DL card. I've cut a bit of this black textured card to go on there. There we go, how gorgeous. That's so pretty. there is the different ones I did for that, but I love it on the pearlescent. So try the foiling on the pearlescent, it just seems to go on so easy. Just beautiful. So we're going to do something with the leftover foil. Okay, I'm going to show you what I've done with this leftover foil. So I've took a piece of card and I've put some double-sided adhesive on it, okay? And then I'm just going to peel a little bit of the corner away of the double-sided adhesive. Just about that much there. And then I'm going to start to adhere this foil to the double-sided adhesive. Okay. So I'm going to trim this down. Out. I only have one slimline embossing folder, so I'm going to put it in here. Now, whatever card you're using, you know, whatever size you're using, you can just use any embossing folder. And then I'm going to run this through my BIGSHOT. How cool is that now? That just looks amazing. And then you can just, you know, stick that on your card. You've got an instant card, really. So I'm going to layer that up with a different coloured card, and I'm going to finish that one up for the photographs on my blog at the end. But yeah, definitely give that a try with your scraps. You know, your leftover foil, just run it through an embossing folder and that looks absolutely beautiful. It sort of looks like, oh, I can't think of the word, not resin, but like quite enamelled. So that is another idea, and because what I did was I did it in gold as well, that was the first one I did. So brilliant idea with your leftover foil. Okay, so this one we're going to sort of make our own vellum doilies. Now I've got a beautiful butterfly stamp here, and again I'm just going to do the same, wipe it with an anti-static bag, and then I'm going to stamp the butterfly with Versamark, and then use the sticky embossing powder again, and then we're going to foil it. Isn't that just so beautiful? Wow. Now what I'm going to do is I've got some of these little circular sort of dies which are quite similar to a doily, and I'm going to cut my vellum. There we go, you have your own beautiful sort of foiled little doilies, because that is what I used on, get it, this card here. I made the same doily and I just popped it on the card. But they are beautiful. You could make different shapes. Again, you can just pop them on your cards, do whatever you want with them. They are beautiful. I'll make something up for the photographs for that as well. So I hope it's given you some ideas. As I said, you could try the iron method if you want to, because the results weren't too bad, if I'm honest. Definitely worth trying if you have a lot of maybe heat activated foils but you don't have a hot foil machine. So it would be the same concept. You would get a piece of card or whatever you're going to use, stamp with your Versamark, use your sticky ink, put your hot foil on the top just like we've done with these, but then take a folded over piece of copier paper, a very warm iron, and just run it over and see what you end up with. As I said, I think the probably best bit, but the most successful one was this one. That wasn't too bad actually, and that was using hot foil with the iron. So give it a go. But anyway, I hope you like these. That is just so beautiful. So yeah, I will be back again next week. I've got a couple of good videos coming. A fold flat pop-up card with no dies, and I've also got a 3D no die project as well. So thanks for watching, take care, and bye for now.